Hey, what's going on? Let me see here. Hey, that's you like sideways there. There we go. That's a full screen. Looks like we got three people on so far. Right now, everybody, this is Martin Boogiman Luna and Frankie Hollywood Rodriguez. We just decided to come on and we got
Wait, I'm in my bed sleeping.
we got a very important subject we need to discuss here.
Hey, man, there's a lot of people, man.
So I might look a little blind here, everybody, because I'm going on my Facebook right now to share this to my personal page, so we can get a few extra peeps in here with us. Is that the cool way to say it now, Frank? Peeps.
All right, I want to go to bed. Hurry up.
You are in bed, I thought.
Yeah, I am. I want to go to sleep, man. I'm trying to sleep, bro. Oh.
Yeah, Frank had a real.
No, I got bad back. I got bad sciatic nerve.
How long have you had it? Supposed to say around week back. But I got one more chair, man. I got one more chair.
I'm drug free. Free drugs. No, I haven't taken any type of meds or anything.
All right, my last share right here.
I feel like the 500-pound man that did they interview him in his bed.
There's there. So as you can see there, everybody, I got a little chat section. You can go on there and ask a question before we get into our subject here. Hey, Frank, we got three people, man.
That's a lot of people, man.
Oh, we got Al D in there. Uh-oh.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, going to get rated R here with Al. Watch out. Where you at, Al? Walgreens.
How come he can't come on? Tell him to come on. Why can't we talk to him?
Well, he could come on. He has to be. He has to say, "Yeah, I want to get on the link here," and then I'll send it to him.
Oh man, there's a lot of people, man.
Yeah, where you want a link? We can let you in here, man. Just don't get mad if you make a friend out of it or something, because Al don't like having friends, right? Come on. All right, hold on, Al. I'm gonna send you the link right now.
Yeah, but tell him how to do it. He's got to copy the link, then go into Safari, paste it in.
No,
Safari.
no. Not if he's on his regular laptop.
Yeah, but he don't have a laptop. This guy. He doesn't even have a phone. He's calling from payphone. This motherfucker.
Oh yeah, he's got what? How much time did they give him in the county to talk?
I don't know. Every once in a while, it beeps. Enter more money to continue the conversation. Enter 10 cents. You know what he's got to do to make 10 cents in the slammer? Oh my God, am I tired?
2 minutes. He needs a whole new 2. He needs a whole 2 minutes.
Why?
I don't know.
Because he's got a rotary phone.
You know, it's really weird. I usually get like,
you know what? Your show sucks.
Hey, but wait a minute.
You got to get better guests.
Right? Because I got to settle for Al.
Yeah, because it's only Al and me every time.
Hey, Al D. Hey, wasn't there a group, Al Di Meola?
Yeah, he was a jazz guitarist.
Yeah. Al Di Meola. Yeah, so we almost got double digits here, Frank. We almost got double digits here. Guest watching us right now, man.
Oh, I better put some of my makeup on.
Yeah, Frank's he hasn't paid his light bill. He's using a candle right there.
Yeah, well, no, I'm in pain because I got a sciatic nerve, man. And this
Sciatic,
is
is
the
that like
worst.
psycho?
And this is the worst show in the world. What do you call this show? Shit, that's what I call it. Looking for sponsors, bro. They're
Yeah,
holding
man. I need
me.
like these sponsors, man. Like Snapple. Who else?
Snapple,
Jay's potato chips.
Charmin, Charmin,
Yeah, Pop Rocks.
Pop Rocks, and bottle caps,
Yep.
and Laffy Taffy.
Laffy Taffy. Damn, I haven't heard that one in a
And
while.
Trojan condoms, because anybody that watches this show's fucked. And you give away a trip on Miracle Airlines.
So we got someone from H-Town, Frank. Helltown?
H-Town, the group. H-Town.
Hi, Lisa. Got Lisa in the house.
Oh, hi, Lisa. You naked?
Now, he means, are you going to tell the naked truth?
Yes.
You know, 'cause we talk about the truth on here.
Everyone here is naked under their clothes. It's the only way. It's a requirement to be on the show. Can you see me?
Yeah, I see.
This is the worst fucking show in the world. You got to get better guests.
Well, you know, I got
What
a
does
low
Lisa
budget.
do for a living? What do you do for a living, Lisa? What car wash do you work at?
Hey, someone has to clean up this town, man.
Yeah, clean up this town, lady.
Yeah, we need a good cleaning in Chicagoland.
Why don't you send her some money? How much money you need? I'm laying down because I'm in a lot of pain because
He just got out of prison.
Yeah, I have a sciatic nerve problem, and you called
That was
me.
the name of the gang, Sciatics. The Sciatics.
Yeah, sciatic and the nerves. And here's the problem.
Hold on, Frank. We didn't say hi to Lulu. Lulu just checked in. Say hi to Lulu.
Hey, Lulu. Those schoolgirl days of riding till then. Remember the song by Lulu, 1963, I think it was?
Nah.
To serve with love. God, I'm such a good singer.
We got Nina Jimenez.
Nina.
Yeah, and she's got a third last name too.
I used to know a girl named Nina. She had 3 nipples.
What was that in the movie with Arnold Schwarzenegger?
No, she wasn't in that movie.
Yeah, what was the name with Arnold Schwarzenegger? They were on Mars.
Forrest Gump?
No, man. You're one of your favorite actresses. That Latin broad was on there.
Total Recall.
Total Recall. There you go. Tim Malinowski.
Oh, Maria Conchita Concalacha. That girl?
Yeah, Cucaracha.
She was in like every movie. Remember, she was in Colors.
Mm-hmm.
Pac-Man. Oh, you're going to come around, Pac-Man? Oh, you listen to me, Pac-Man? Don't come around my neighborhood again and touch me. If you want to touch me, don't touch me, Pac-Man. If you want to touch me, don't touch me with your fingers. Touch me with your.
Hey, Frank, you're talking about touch. Lisa Revolta just came on. And she says feel better, so she wants you to feel.
I'm trying, hon. I'll try to feel it any way I can. Really. Wait, listen. I'm doing my impersonation of Maria Conchita. I think that's her name. No, her real name is Maria Conchita Alonso, right?
Yeah, no, conchinaka. You know, conchinaka is that cream they use for the
No,
Mexican food.
conchinaka is when you meet the girl from Africa that doesn't wash. What's the matter with you? And she goes to the doctor, and the doctor goes, "I'm sorry, ma'am.
Oh,
You have
oh.
conchinata. What is that? What is conchinata? I don't know what conchinata is. Conchinata is when you forget.
I don't know, man. I think I might have to bring up your draft.
Wait,
I think I might have to bring up your baseball draft video,
wait.
man.
The smell is no. Don't play that. The smell is when you take the lemon, you squeeze the lemon in the conchinata.
Lemon the coconut, I thought it was.
No, and then you smell the lemon. The lemon. Hey, let me ask you a question. If you had 3 days to live, that's the question.
Okay.
No. If you had 3 days to
No,
live,
that's too much time to decide, dude.
all right. Wait. Okay, if you had 1 day to live, 1 day, the doctor said, "I'm sorry, good news and bad news. What do you want first?"
I don't know. Carmen Nieves just came in. Maybe she could tell us what she wants first.
No, wait, hold on. Let me ask you a question, Marty. What if you
Where the hell
had
are you get
one?
Marty from?
That's your name.
Okay.
Is it not?
You know what? Only my family, close family, and old school friends call me Marty. Just because they were around when my dad was around.
It's my Marty and I party. I want to buy. I want to.
Hey, hey, Al just texted me. He's downloading Messenger right now.
Al couldn't download his ass. You know what? This guy, he's got the Obama phone over there. It doesn't even work right. He got his phone when he bought 4 rooms of carpeting. They gave him a free phone.
Okay.
Okay, so if you had 1 day to live, and the only way for you to survive, right? The only way for you to survive is you have to rub ice cream all over yourself. What kind of ice cream would you rub on your body?
Nah, dude. Nah.
What?
We were supposed to like tease him
Look
better
how
in that.
messed
Like,
up my room is.
I mean, that's Frank's version. I was gonna say, if someone offered you $100
$100.
to rub ice cream on your body, what flavor would that ice cream be?
Wait, what kind of sick freak would say, "Hey, little boy"?
Who the hell's that little boy, you dude?
Hey, little man.
Oh man! Wait, now you're making fun of little people.
No. But what if you said, "Hey, I'm gonna give you $100, boy, to."
Why has it got to be boy? Why couldn't you just say and be inclusive for everybody and say
You know,
person?
have you ever
If
had?
I gave you $100, person.
Have you ever had a bad sciatic nerve?
No,
You haven't. It's the worst feeling in the world, man. Anyway,
dude. Who does your hair?
there's a lot of people, man. Hey, man. There's a lot of people listening, man. No, listen. So if you had to rub ice cream on your butt for $100, what flavor? Some guy just said, "Look, just take your hand, shove it in ice cream, rub it all over your ass. I'll give you $100. What flavor?"
What
Cool.
flavor? Everybody
Cool.
put their flavor they would pick. Al's still trying to get on Messenger. I don't think he'll be able to answer right
And
now.
then whoever has the best flavor, Marty's going to come over to your house with with a shiny $100 bill.
Shiny.
$100 gold coin. Look, I got to clean my room, dude. Oh, my goodness. Well,
I thought you were staying at that halfway house.
no, I didn't. I ran out of gas, so I didn't make it. So listen, yeah, I just moved into my new place, and I haven't had a chance to set anything up yet. So I'm just laying in pain, and I go to the doctor like 3 days a week.
Hey, I did recommend you to a good doc, right?
Yeah, first thing he said when I walked in his office, take off your pants. And I'm like, what? And he's like, take off your pants, show me where it hurts. And I'm like, it was really weird because for 15 minutes, all he did was show me pictures of you.
I'm a popular guy, I guess.
Yeah. He goes, here is Marty in the waiting room.
You must watch my show.
Well, he's the only. This is the worst. Let's see. Well, that's real nice. People say feel better. That's so nice.
Yeah, they were talking to me.
Oh. Put a little love in your heart, and the
Yeah, so
world
Frank's got a sciatic nerve problem. What?
And the world will be a better place for you and me. Can't you wait and see? Put a little love in your heart. Hold on. Because there's a lot of people, man.
So Lisa asked if you're taking any pills. I think you said no, right?
Birth control. No, I'm taking nothing. That's the problem. I don't want to take anything because I just don't. I take a leave, but I don't want to get hooked on any type of drugs. Why, you got any? No, I don't want to get hooked on. I don't want to take anything like that. And I actually, how long have I been going to this doctor?
2
This
weeks.
is like the third or fourth
Dr.
time.
Z. Dr.
Yeah,
Z.
and he's got me
Exactly.
down to the pain has left my back and it's like on my lower calf. So the nerve is really bothering me, but it's very, very painful.
So when you go back?
Thursday. And then I got to get an MRI. And getting an MRI sucks.
That's better than getting the FBI.
What kind of ice cream would you rub on your ass for $100?
I think everybody's kind of shy.
Well, why don't you just start it off? What would you? I would.
Oh crap! We're gonna have to. Hey, Frank, shut it down. Shut it down.
Why?
Someone just walked in. Shut it down. My brother Ralphie out of AZ.
Where is he at?
He's on the screen. He says, "Hey, look, it's the wannabe New Yorker."
Oh, yeah. Well, we certainly beat up your White Sox the last few days.
Oh, actually, he's a Cubs fan, I believe, Ralphie.
Yeah. What are the Cubs on? 12 straight losses?
Oh, God.
They lost 12 in a row. They're back to the normal Cubs.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't watch baseball anymore, man. It's getting hot in here.
So what kind of ice cream would you rub on your ass? What kind would Ralphie rub on his ass?
Ralphie? Oh, let me think.
I
Arizona.
picture him as what's the butternut?
Which one has an alcohol taste?
Uh
That would be Ralphie.
yeah, it'd be a nice a bourbon ice cream,
Isn't there an ice cream of what's it supposed to
like
like
rum raisin.
yeah.
Yeah, he would put rum raisin on his ass for $100. What would you use?
Who?
I would go with a nice spumoni.
Well, you're kind of like being like Neapolitan. You want to be all inclusive.
No. I go with a spumoni, a nice spumoni.
Oh, dude, Ralphie said Rocky Road for you. That's what I said earlier when we were talking on the phone. I said I can picture you, Frank, with Rocky Road is the way I go.
You put it right. You put the ice cream on your culo. It would be. Ralphie would also use, probably a commie ice cream like Ben and Jerry. Oh,
So,
Al.
the reason we're here today, the boy on the bottom there, we wanted to get donations for him.
What?
His name's Little Al.
What's up, brother? How you been, man?
Good, man. How are you?
Good. I just got bad sciatic nerve, and it's like just killing me.
I was thinking about you. I was at Casa in Countryside.
What's
in
that?
The cigar place.
Oh yeah.
I live there.
Is that meat cigars?
Wait, I have to go there. Who owns that place?
It's gonna be Mike and his cousin. Oh my God, I can't think of his cousin's name right now.
Let's go there next week.
Let's go. I'm in. It's a great place.
I met him a long time ago, right? I think I met him a while ago, and he invited me.
I think that's what you were saying.
Yeah, he's a good guy.
Yeah, well, they're two cousins that started out in 8 to 8 in what's that town up west, off of 83, Elmhurst. Yeah. And then they expand. They own the Byron cigar place in Schaumburg, but I'm hearing it's not doing too well.
Yeah, because they close at like 8 o'clock or something.
Yeah. But I was thinking about you because the manager there ordered some Cuban plates like they used to use back in the old days for the cars.
That's where I met the guy. I met him. Yeah, and he told me about it. Yeah.
I actually ordered you a plate, so I got one coming for you.
Oh, that's the shit, man. Thanks.
Fucking
There's a guy in Melrose Park that I met that's got a good cigar shop right by the Best Buy.
Okay, yeah. Right around the corner from the Best Buy.
Yeah, Indian dude,
right next to the currency exchange. Yeah.
Yeah, he's a good guy. I can't think of the name of his place, but he's got a good shop. There's a pretty good shop. You know what? You got to watch out because a lot of the good ones have closed.
Yeah.
Well, I'll go to the one with you in Westmont. That's good. Let's go. We'll go smoke a stick. That'll be fun.
Absolutely. Either there or the one in Countryside.
We'll go to the one in Countryside.
Yeah, you'll like that one. They have a theater. They have conferences if you want to go there and you want to have a meeting. They got an oven. They cook food. You can bring your own food. They'll cook it for you. You can go watch all the games. It's $300 a month for the membership. That gives you a locker. You can store liquor in your cigars. Or occasionally they'll open it up to guys that have been going there for a while, and they'll let you go downstairs and you sit with your friends. You'll love it. It's a great place.
Hey, Frank, is he paying us for saying all this?
What time are they open till?
During the week, 11.
Oh, that's good.
Yeah, I think they're stretching it till 12 on the weekends, but I'm not sure if that went into effect yet.
You can bring alcohol?
Yes, BYB.
I love it.
All you want. And they show all the games. They got TVs galore. So
Bring
there's
your
two
own
floors.
boobs.
There's two floors. There's the first floor, and then they got the general seating area for the general public. And then if they call it the VIP status. If you're a VIP member, you go downstairs. There's an elevator or the stairs. You go downstairs, and then it's all secluded.
Well, what's the difference? Cigar shops are great, man.
Yeah,
There's nobody,
it's a great time to relax.
everybody.
Yeah, for sure. We got to go.
I'm going. Let's go. We'll go next week. I'll call you.
Yeah, give me a call. We'll definitely meet up there.
We'll bring fucking Marty over here if he ever gets off his ass.
Yeah, if he wants to join us for a good cigar.
He don't smoke cigars. He only smokes ones with veins in them.
No, Frankie's the meat cigar, bro.
No, that's not funny. That's not funny at all.
Why?
So, Al, if somebody was going to give you $100 to rub ice cream on your ass, what flavor?
Me?
Yeah,
Butter pecan.
butter pecan.
Okay, what's the inside joke? Okay, vanilla then.
It's just like people to peek on them.
Marty,
Yes.
what was yours?
Mine?
Yeah.
Mine was Neapolitan because I want to be inclusive for everybody.
You're nuts.
I want, Neapolitan, all the colors, it's got to be exclusive.
I'm going to have to go with chocolate chip.
That's a good one.
Yeah.
Chocolate chip. You mean chippy?
What is your cousin saying?
My brother, you mean?
Oh, I like going down. Is that what he said? Hey, Ralphie, do me a favor. GFY, brother. GFY.
GFY.
What, you got nothing better to do in Arizona? This is the most loneliest man in the world. He lives in Arizona. He's got a beautiful place. He's just lonely.
I tried to invite him on, man. I don't think he's internet ready.
No, because it's hard to get on the internet when you're in the phone booth. Everyone in the town thinks he's Superman. He's just like a fucking dork.
Oh,
Oh
boy, here we go.
Are you working? Are you working now, Al, or what?
No, I'm still off.
And your son?
What about my son?
Didn't he just graduate, or what did he do? Did he
My
go on?
my oldest is out of the Marine Corps, and he became a San Diego cop.
Yeah.
He
Good
did.
for him.
He did
God bless.
over 10 years in the Marine Corps. Deployed twice and became sergeant really young. And then he's done. His opinion on the Marine Corps is going too soft.
Yeah, I know.
And he's like, Dad, you know what? The inception of the Corps, they were hardcore dudes, and they're going real soft. So he decided to join the family business, like his cousins, his uncle, me, and his grandfather, and became the police out in San Diego.
Yeah.
But
That's
no,
a tough
I took a big hit in my career in law enforcement when I got divorced. She went overboard crazy about this and that and this, and my chief didn't want more negative publicity to the department. He says, take some time off, go get your shit together, get your divorce sealed. I was in a bad fight for custody of my two young kids.
Hey, Al, this is not the dating game, right?
Hey, you know what? Why don't you shut up? The man's pouring his heart out, telling a story, and you interrupt the guy. Go ahead, Al.
He's trying to get a date on there right now.
This is why this show sucks. Go ahead.
Last time we were on, Frankie, I was fucking pissing and I was just fucking turning red, yellow. You were making me laugh, dude. You're fucking awesome.
Thank you.
But yeah,
if we get rid of Boogie on the show, it'll be even better. Hey, Boogie, why don't you go wash dishes or something? We'll fucking do something. Go make a sandwich. Go get your shine box. Go outside.
You know what? That's a good thing there, man. Actually, why don't you guys talk for a second? I actually am going to be right back. I'm going to go get me something in my mug.
Yeah, well, no one really cares. How about no one cares about this guy?
Oh my God!
Welcome to the real show, real men.
Exactly.
Are you
really leaving Illinois?
Yeah, bro.
That sucks, man.
Yeah.
That sucks.
In a year.
Okay.
Less than a year now. Yeah.
Yeah.
I had enough.
Where are you going? Can you say?
don't want to say because of other stuff, but
I got you.
yeah, I'll be in one or two places. One's kind of close, a couple hours away, and the other one's far.
Okay.
So it really doesn't matter, yeah. Big L.
DJ.
Yeah, I'm not happy with what's going on. I don't like what the new tax is going to be with people that drive. They're going to start taxing people per mile next
Are you
year.
serious?
Oh, you wait and see, man. It's part of the new bill. And Pete Buttigieg, the fucking jerk off from Indiana, he's going to run the transportation section of Biden's administration. And what they're going to do is they're going to tax every driver per mile every year.
That's crazy.
Use the roads. Yeah, because they don't have any ways to make any more tax money because too many people are fleeing.
So
They're
now
trying
what
to follow that California thing they were going to do.
it's
They
going to
do
be
it in
all over the
California.
US?
Huh?
That tax on the mileage is going to be all over the US or just here in Illinois?
Well, they were already trying it, or they're doing it in LA or in California. Are they doing it out there already, or they were trying to?
Yeah, they do it out there, and they're gonna start it here. Yeah,
That's crazy.
yeah.
Oh.
That's why people are leaving. 7,000 people left.
And then you got the Uber Lyft strong arming because everybody was so happy when they came in. Little did they know there was no regulation. So that means Lyft and Uber, just like they did right around the COVID time and actually in the last few months when all that free money was coming, nobody wanted to work. They were charging double, triple for the same $15 ride. You were paying $50 a ride one way. No, I was part of that. I was, trying to Uber, just try to do the right thing, not drink and drive, and I would do the same routes, man. I would pay like $12, $15 for that one-way trip. It was like $45, $65 on a Lyft and Uber here.
That's crazy.
And, that's why, I'd like to get taxi drivers back. At least you could watch their meter. It's like, but the Uber and all that's crap, man. We got Barbara and Buona. What's up? What's up? Stay in the mix there. Love my Florida. Yeah, we were talking about that the other day, Frank and I.
Brand.
Iran.
Make my hand. Hey, they got a lot of fucking people, man. Anyway. Listen. So I like Florida too. I actually was just in Florida, and it cost me $40 to get to the airport when I went to Florida. This was like 2 months ago. And coming home, there was no cabs. Cost me $105 for Uber to go home.
Oh my goodness.
Yeah, in the middle.
Oh, you told me about that. You told me about that.
Yeah, it was bullshit, dude. I was so pissed off.
That's crazy bullshit. Wow.
Yeah, $105 to go home.
Yeah.
And I'm leaving in 2 weeks, 2.5 weeks. I'm going out on the road for a little while, and hey, man, and then I have to take Uber everywhere. I'm gonna get freaking nailed.
Yeah. Well, if you need a ride to the airport, brother, I'm only a phone call away.
No, bro, it's not that. It's when I'm out of town.
Oh, okay.
I gotta use Uber. I gotta go. I gotta make 4 stops. I'm gonna, we go to Tennessee, Florida, North Carolina,
Okay.
Atlanta, and then I come home.
Nice.
I think that's what it is. Yeah, I think so.
Nice.
Is it for that volunteer service?
Well, I can't say who I'm working with right now because of the new COVID thing. People are canceling shows like crazy, and
in case nobody or anybody listening, out of the 2 people who are listening besides us, Frankie, besides DJing in Chicagoland, he's privileged enough, and he's earned the opportunity to travel and DJ for very well-known artists, top 40 artists from the past and today, and that's what he's talking about. So he's not sure about how his tour is going to come along.
Well, we were going to do 27 shows, and it got locked, and that got knocked down to 11.
Oh, wow. Wow. That's crazy.
And then my sciatic nerve started acting up, and Boogie recommended I go see his guy. I went and saw his guy, and he really is getting me better, man. And
but it takes time.
Awesome. Yeah, it's going to take a month or so. And the hard part is going to be jumping in and out of these airplanes. And, yeah, it's going to suck.
Now, Frankie, when you travel, do you send your equipment ahead of time? So when you get there, it's already there, or do you travel with it?
Yes. A production company picks up everything.
Okay.
I do nothing. I just show up.
Nice.
And everything's all set up.
Nice.
Yeah.
And what kind of music do you play, Frankie? Do you play dance music?
Yeah, well, that's a good question. Because the crowd is so diverse. Sometimes you're in a room, let's say, with 30,000 people, and they're probably from like 16, 17 years old to 70 years old. What are you going to play? And there are like a few artists that you can always play that everyone loves. And believe it or not, everything from Kool and the Gang, Earth, Wind and Fire, Led Zeppelin, very little house music, If it's house music, it's, maybe like Robin S. or The Percolator. But all mashed up. It's just good fun party dance music. That's what I play.
That has to be a challenge for you as a DJ, because obviously
it's not. It's not.
It's not?
It's really easy, because it's just like going to a party. It's like going to a party like I did last night. I walked into a room last night in Long Grove, and I didn't know anybody, and it was a birthday party. And there was a few hundred people there, and I walked in, and I had no clue what to play, and I always went to the old standards. I just put on Earth, Wind and Fire and played September, and the floor got packed, and then I went from there into, Yolanda and, Booty Call and Show Me Love and Dangerous on the Dance Floor and and Get Busy by Mr. Lee, and just made it a party. So you never really know where you're going into, but when you play a really big room, it could be kind of intimidating, because you're looking around the room and you see guys with beards and like Hell's Angels looking guys, and you're like, what the fuck am I gonna play here? You know what I mean? But they all want to party too. So it's the same thing, and then you really get off, and you could develop a formula where that there's always going to be those 3 or 4 songs that is always going to hit with everybody.
Barbie Girl, right?
Barbie Girl. Come on, stop. Now you got there's always a couple songs that that. But it's a different vibe. You're trying to set the tone for the major artist that's going to come out and perform. You can't play any of their music, but you just got to get everybody in a fun, happy mood.
Sure, absolutely.
But I play all video, so that helps, so they can see the video. But you can never go wrong with a little Kool and the Gang, man. Kool and the Gang's the shit.
Yeah, it is. I'm a fan.
And everyone loves that stuff.
Yeah.
Little Kool and the Gang, little KC and the Sunshine Band, little Commodores, little Lionel Richie. All the standards, all the good shit. Michael Jackson.
You gotta play all the songs with the word boogie in it,
Yep. Yeah. That's it. And then it's a lot of fun, There's just a couple that I've done where was a little challenging, you know.
Now,
But
what
when
do you prefer? Do you prefer doing that or doing, your genre of music that you're known for? What if you had to pick and choose to make money for the rest of your life in one venue versus the other, what would you prefer?
I'll take touring on the road.
Oh,
Without,
really?
yeah.
Oh,
And
wow.
here's the reason why. Because they're a little open-minded. You know,
Yeah, I see your point.
they'll get in a party mood, and once you get them, they're eating out of the palm of your hands. They'll dance and party to anything. But these people out here are just, it's 5, 6 songs is all they want to hear all night long. You know what I mean? And it's tough. It really is. And Chicago's a tough market, man.
Yeah.
Every
They expect
state's
a
the
lot
same.
of you guys.
Yeah. They expect to hear one thing all the time, you know, and they get it all day and night in the clubs that they hang out at. So
And
kind
that's
of
one
lose.
thing that I'll regret for the rest of my life. I started DJing when I was in 7th grade, but I wasn't fortunate enough like you and Boogie, where you guys made a name recognition for yourself. I did local bars in Berwyn, Cicero, Stickney, and then I got married and I got into law enforcement at 22. I graduated the academy at 22, and I hung up the turntables and I never went back to it. But I still have a passion to do it because I love music. But I wasn't, like I said, I was not fortunate enough. I don't know if you remember a guy by the name of Dean Ricardo. He was a promoter in Cicero, Berwyn. He used to own Electrifying Sounds dance promotions. He used to throw like at the Cicero Stadium, all the Legions. I was one of his resident DJs, so that's where I played, and I never took it. I don't know how my career would have gone, to be honest with you, as a DJ, but I know I had the passion to play. I was decent to be on flyers. I mean, I knew how to blend. I knew how to, a couple of tricks that I had up on my sleeves that I can do. I would buy all my records from Benji. Benji, God rest his soul, remembers me because when he was located in Cicero, on Cicero
Yeah.
Avenue, I was always going there buying my music. But again, I met my wife in high school and I started my law enforcement career at 22. I said, all right, I got to focus on being a policeman and being a dad. And I just didn't have the time on the weekends to go anywhere.
Well, you made the right move. You got great kids, and
Thank you.
you know it all. God bless, you're alive and everything else. Because
Thank you, my
the
brother. I
freaking
appreciate
DJ
that.
thing is so tough.
I'll tell you guys a funny
sucks,
story.
Al. It
My
sucks.
sister knew Julian Perez when he was mixing at Prime and Tender. So they
Right.
had mutual friends. My sister, my brother, my aunts and uncles. My aunt and uncles on my mom's side, they're all Orange Crush, the party crew. So they were always at Prime and Tender. And in 7th grade, I had no desire to go to school. Like I was in private school. I was failing my classes, and I'm like, all I want to do is be a DJ from sun up to sundown. I get up at 8 o'clock and I start mixing, start practicing. I got to be good. So Julian wrote and I still have it. Like if I run into Julian, I got to show him this note because he's probably gonna laugh at it. He wrote me a to Al, stay in school, blah 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 blah. Your friend Julian, call me. So I'm like, why does Julian Perez, a world DJ, as good as he is, what the hell does he want to do with me? I'm a nobody. So I called him. He's like, "What are you going to do if DJ goes out of business? What are you going to fall back on? You're only 13 years old, 12 years old." He gave me some advice. He's like, "Stay in school, go to high school, keep DJing, do something." And it was cool that my sister got that for me because when I was in 7th grade, you, Julian, Kenny, Mario, all you guys in the Hot Mix 5, I thought you guys were the shit. Every Friday and Saturday, I had to record your mixes. I could not miss it for the world. I have probably 5 cases of cassettes recorded all of the Hot Mix 5. And it was religious from every Friday and Saturday. And that's what inspired me is you guys. Just the way you guys played, the talent that you guys put behind those turntables. It was just, to me, was just the best thing in the world. But like
Well,
I said,
what's kind of messed up is that I don't think there was any of us knew really what was going on when it was happening. It just happened, and not till years later did we realize really what we did. Because you work so much,
right.
you didn't get a chance to. Perfect example. I met a guy a couple months ago, and him and his wife took me over to their house, and the guy had all the mixes for 3-4 years recorded. You know, he had boxes and boxes. Even when Boogie was on GCI, he recorded his mixes. He recorded everyone. And for like 2 or 3 years, this guy was like, yeah, I would sit at home and I was just a little kid and I would listen to the radio and I recorded all the mixes perfectly and I listened back to them and I'd make copies for my friends. Now, I'm going to tell you a story about another guy. This is really weird. When we meet people today that tell us these stories from a long time ago, I have a really good friend of mine that's one of the top comedians in the world. And he was on a tour that they made a movie about, right? So they brought this guy on to the tour that never performed in public ever. Okay? They were on this bus going from town to town to town. And every day, the guy that does the best show of the day would get to play whatever music he wanted on the bus. So this new guy, this new and up-and-coming comedian that really nobody knew, he had the best show that night. So it was his turn to play the music on the bus. This motherfucker cracks out B96 mixtapes.
Oh, wow.
And the other guys on the bus were from different places. They were from New York, California, Florida. They never heard that shit. Right? Okay.
Right.
Fast forward 10, 20 years later. I meet this guy and he becomes my best friend and he's telling me the story. He's like, you got to meet this comedian because he used to play the mixes on the bus. And I'm like, get the fuck out of here. And he's like, no, for real. This guy, he really used to play the mixes on the bus. And we would all be like, what is this music? And he's like, oh man, it's house music. It's house music. Okay. I finally meet the guy. He's like, I used to record all the mixes and drive up and down Harlem Avenue when on a Friday and Saturday night, me and my friends. But he lived in the suburbs, but he would drive to Harlem Avenue and go hang out at the White Castle or Wags on a Friday night on Harlem and Belmont, because that's where everybody was hanging out, right?
Yeah.
On a Friday, Saturday, picking up chicks and just partying, having a good time. You know who that guy was?
Who?
Sebastian Maniscalco.
Are you serious?
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
That's cool.
So
I know this cat, Frankie.
Yeah, he's the #1 comedian in the world right now. He's selling out arenas. He's doing 2 shows here in Chicago, I think in a month, and they're both sold out. And
you never seen any of his comedy?
Yeah, you never seen it?
He's hilarious, dude.
Yeah, he's from Arlington Heights.
Yes, he has family in Arlington Heights. That's true.
His dad was a barbershop and stuff. So what's really weird when you meet somebody like that and they start telling you, like, you're looking at this dude that's like the biggest comedian in the world, and you're like, you listen to what? What? You know, it just doesn't make any sense, you know? And what's funny is my friend, Brett Ernst, who was bigger than him.
Is that the guy we went to see at the Zanies?
Yeah. Now Brett tries to open up for Sebastian. You know, it's weird how that goes around, comes around.
Yeah,
know?
Right.
So you just never know the impact of what we were doing until years later when you meet people and hear stories like that.
Yeah.
You're like, what? You used to drive around and record the show?
Yeah.
Like, yeah. Like, no way. But you know what? It was being in the right place at the right time, right? Because that music was all fresh. It was all new. And that'll never happen again.
No.
Ever. It'll never, ever, ever happen again.
Did you ever go to Copperfields in Berwyn on Stanley and Oak Park?
Yeah.
So I was a
What?
resident DJ there for Butch. Butch was the owner's son.
Butch, right.
Yeah, I was his resident DJ for like 3 years.
Greek guy, right?
Yeah, Greek guy, absolutely. Yep.
Yeah, he had a place in the suburbs too. He had a copy fields out in the suburbs.
But that I didn't know.
What was his father's name?
I don't remember because I only dealt with Butch. He would make sure, because the issue for me was I was 17. So my dad, being a state cop, he's like, you can't be in there. It's a nightclub. You got to be 21 and over. Butch told my dad, well, the law is as long as he stays in the DJ booth,
Yeah,
he
because the
doesn't
rest
order the liquor. And that's what I did. I would get in there at 9:30, and by 10 o'clock, I would start off. And I would go to like 4 in the morning. I think they were open until 4 back in the day. So then I did that nightclub, and then I did Franix, was a bar. I'm sure you know Franix, East Avenue in Cermak and Berwyn. It was Nick and Francesca that owned it.
Maybe.
I used to do that every Friday and Saturday. And then from there, I did Fire Alarm. Obviously, I was at Fire Alarm. I did that.
Did you
That's what I'm
really?
saying. I regret not pursuing my DJ career, see where it would go. And obviously, I didn't know where it was going to end up. But you know what? In hindsight, looking back, my son was born when I was 24. And when you become a dad, there's a whole new realization that you got to make. But who knows? You know, I could have ended up like you with name recognition all over the world.
Laying in bed with a sciatic nerve.
Yep. That's what you got to go for, man.
You know what, though, Al? Like I said, you made the best move, because this roller coaster, this DJ shit is just hot, and then it goes away.
Right,
Then
right.
It's hot, then it goes away. There's no steady flow to it at all.
No.
It really isn't. It's so circus life. You never know what's coming or going. And, you know, right now is a weird time. Like I was telling Boogie the other day, I turned down a gig again today. You know, I've been turning down so much work because I'm tired, man. You know, if I'm doing, I work during the day too, you know, and that pays for my insurance. It's a regular gig, and I'm doing, you know, weird stuff, but I'm doing almost back into law enforcement crap. And then
Are you coming back? Because you, Julian, and Kenny worked at the county, right?
No, Julian and Kenny worked at the county.
Okay.
But I'm doing a little more private stuff. So, yeah. So, but that pays for my insurance. It's stable. And then I'm working 3-4 nights a week, dude. And it's too much. I got to slow the fuck down. I don't get home till 4 in the morning. I got to be at work at like 7:30, 8 o'clock in the morning. I just can't. I can't do it, you know? And then it's not fun. DJing is supposed to be two things. You can make a decent living, and you're supposed to have a good time. Like, you really want to play music and have fun. You can't do it where it's work.
Like, yeah, you're right.
I gotta
go. Well, that was the whole way of doing it. It's like,
right.
Me and Frank, we know you and I, Frank, we talked years ago about when it's not fun for a minute. We had that problem, and then we found a way to make it fun again.
Right. Right.
You know.
If you can go out and have a good time, and I don't mean getting drunk or whatever. If you can go out like last night, you know, I was really tired last night, but I had to do this party. And then if you could grasp onto something at that party and turn it into a lot of fun, then the night goes by so fast and you're having a great time.
Yeah, for sure.
That's what you got to do. But when you go to work and you got an owner that's yelling at you and people are telling you what to play,
that's aggravating.
That's not fun.
No, it's not.
Everybody's the DJ.
Yeah, but the first time when I was young, the first time I seen you, Boogie, was when you were DJing for Fast Eddie, when he did the first, when they interviewed him on the news, and he sang one of his famous songs. You in the record, I'm like, holy shit, that's mine, Boogie Luna. I know him. Like, that's freaking cool.
Yeah.
Yep. Yeah, that was a cool day, actually.
Yeah.
Yeah, cool story on that. What happened is that we were on standby. Is that what they called it, Frank, in the stations when you were like that side group, and if somebody didn't show up, they would call you to filler?
Yeah.
So we were with that with Channel 9 and Chicago's very own. And I believe Amy Stewart was a hostess. And anyway, so
Scott.
we were all, huh?
Amy Scott.
Amy Scott. There you go. Thanks. And Amy Stewart's a singer, right?
Yes.
Yeah. So anyway, so we were on
It
that.
wasn't Channel 9. It was Channel 32.
It was 9, wasn't it?
No, I thought it was 9, Frankie. No, Channel 32.
I'm in pain. I
well, either
Channel,
way.
Oh, no, you're right. You're right. It was Channel 9.
Yeah, Amy Scott. So what happens is that we had the underground studio, the upstairs, which was the main studio at the International Underground Studios, and everybody was just there in the building doing their their pre-production and all. And we got the call, and it was for Fast Eddie. They wanted him to go and fill in with Yo Yo Get Funky. So it was pretty quick that we had like an hour to get there, man. Maybe hour and a half.
Wow.
Maybe I think it was an hour, seriously though. And it was pretty much a team effort. So everybody that was in the studios, between Fast Eddie, Andrea Salazar was in there working on something, who sang Forever or More with Troy on Desire. She was there. Brother D was there doing some rap stuff in the other studio, because there was 3 studios actually, Studio A, B, and C. And then you had a couple of the dancers hanging out with him, and his backup dude dancers. And then who else is there? Some of the office girls. And I was there. And so we all got in our cars. We rushed over there to make the deadline. And then Jesse, Radical Jess had a case with turntables and everything already in it. The Newmark, I think it was. And he went home and grabbed that and met us there to hook it up for the live set. And then we went ahead and went right on right there fresh. There was no second takes. It was a live take. And the most craziest thing was that we had to play the record for Eddie to rap over. So okay. I had to take the mid or the treble down a little bit. What would it have been, Frank? The mid or the treble? To give him more voice on his own.
Maybe the mid,
Yeah. So we took it down a little bit so Eddie can capitalize on it, and we did it live. And we were just hoping the needle wouldn't bounce and everything else because the stage was loose. and we got through it, man. We got through it really good, and that was that big thing. And the only reason why I do have that tape also, big thanks to my mom, because my mom was, well, of course, who's not, my mom was my biggest fan, and she always recorded everything she knew I was involved with. So I still have that tape, the actual VHS this day, and that's why I transferred it to my YouTube page on the internet. And that was a Fast Eddie Yo Yo Get Funky debuted on Chicago TV.
That was awesome, yeah.
91, I believe. 91, 92. Yeah.
Now, Frankie, do you remember your first set of turntables? Were they Techniques?
No.
Really?
No. I'll tell you something about the Technique turntable, the 1200s. Techniques had a set of turntables back in the day called the 1100s. They were the SL 1100. And they were a big, giant turntable that a lot of the clubs used them. And it was totally different than the 1200s.
Had a big platter, right, like this?
Yeah, it was giant. The thing weighed like, I'm not lying, it probably weighed like 150 pounds, 100 pounds.
I started on 1800s with the pitch was a knob.
The little knob.
Yeah, that's what I started on. That's what my dad bought me in the city. I saw
Hitachi HT40s direct drive with the like you the swivel.
Right.
Knob.
So when I first started spinning, they didn't have 1200s, and you couldn't afford the 1100s. So you used belt drive turntables with a pitch control on it. And I had, I used to use a Denon turntable. Oh, it sucked. They sucked. and if you even touch the table, the record would skip. Yeah, it was. I didn't have a real mixer. I had a homemade fake junkie mixer because there really
My
wasn't.
My
There was
first
no.
mixer was a pyramid. You remember the pyramid mixer?
Yes, of course. The well, you gotta remember when I first started. I'm a little older than you guys, so they didn't have DJ stores, you know.
Oh, okay.
So you had to go to like a music store. And I was just talking. Who was I talking? I was talking to Kenny about this. You know, when we went to the store to buy equipment, the rock and roll guys wouldn't help us because we were DJs. You know, they were like, "No, we don't have anything like that. Nope, we don't have anything like that. No, we don't have any of that either." So we were fucked. We had to try to mix and match equipment to get it to work, and they were very, very unhelpful because we were raining in on their parade. You know, these bands were out there working, and all of a sudden we started popping up, and the bands weren't working anymore. You know, and they got pissed off, and they would do everything possible to ruin your night, especially if you had to play in between the bands, like me and Boogie talk about a lot. Is the band would always start warming up right in the middle of your set.
Oh, wow.
But
Oh,
not
it's
just that, the worst
on
part,
purpose.
you get excited because you made a deal or organized it where you would plug into the band and they had control of the sound. And when
Oh,
they're warming up, they're playing banging it. You're like, oh man, this is gonna be an awesome party. I'm gonna kick ass, and the sound's gonna be like booming. And then they're done with their first set, and then you come on into the intermission, and they were probably at level 11, and you were at like a level 4, and you'd be like,
Yeah.
hey, can I get any more volume? And they would be like, oh no, that's all we can do. And he had no control over it.
I actually, I'm going to start writing a book, but I can't tell you how many fist fights with other bands. Me and Kenny and Jimmy Perna used to get in fist fights with people when we were DJing.
I heard about
it. And it was always other bands and other nightclub people. I mean, you guys have no idea how hard it was to be a DJ back then. It was horrible. It was just disgusting, dude. And the racism that went on with like real racism as far as music. They didn't want to hear any what they called black music, you know. They wanted to hear Led Zeppelin. Now, this is way back, you know. This is like 74, 75. And they wanted to just hear their rock shit, which I like that stuff. But, you know, we came in playing, you know, Harold Melvin and the Blue Notes and, you know, Michael Jackson, the Jacksons, and all this new music, this dance music that was starting to come out. Casey and the Sunshine Band. And they didn't want to hear it. They wanted to hear you know, their music, and they would do everything possible to ruin your night. You know, it was really, really, really disgusting. And then you would go to the music store on a Saturday afternoon and say, hey, you know, we got to buy some speakers. No, we don't have anything. For real. They would, I'm not lying, dude. They wouldn't sell us shit. And if it wasn't for a guy at DJ's Music in Berwyn Cicero, it was a company called DJ's Music, and it wasn't for DJs. That was just the name of the place. It was DJ's
guitars Music. In the front, saxophones, drum set.
Yeah, they had everything. And the guy's name was John Hagedorn, and he was the first guy in Chicago. There was another guy too in Wheeling, Sounds Music. This guy C, he was real good to us, but John at DJ's was the biggest. To support. C was good in Wheeling. He was really good. And then John in Berwyn. Was it Berwyn or Cicero? It was right on Ogden Avenue.
Right there on the border. It's right next to Junior's Bar.
That's in Berwyn and Ogden, yeah.
Yeah, he turned around and embraced everything that we were doing. And and then he gave us equipment to use. But now let me tell you a story about the 1200s. So the industry standard was this 1100 turntable, this monster boat anchor that we used to use, right? And one guy in Chicago got a copy of a 1200. One guy. It was one guy. When it came in, there was 2 turntables, and this one dude bought them. And none of us wanted to touch it. We're like, fuck that. We're using 1100s, and that's the way it is.
How much did they cost? You remember back then?
Oh, I remember exactly what they cost. It was $239. It was $239 a piece. So this dude used them over the weekend, and he was telling us how great they were. So we went up, me and Kenny and a couple other guys went over to his house, and we played around with them, and we're like, wow, these are pretty fucking good. You know? That guy was Mario Reyes.
Oh, Mario did it.
Mario was the first guy in Chicago to ever use an SL 1200. And you know why he was the first guy? Because there was only 2. There was only 2 turntables that came in, and he got them both. After that, we all switched to 1200. Yeah. So I didn't. So that was in 80.
88, 89?
No. I'm thinking 84, 83, 84. Yeah. Now, mixers was a whole nother story because there was a million mixers out there, but they all sucked. Everybody used to use the Bozak mixer or the Clubman, Meteor Clubman mixer before they went with a GLI or a Newmark or something like that. But yeah. But this was like 84, 83 maybe was when I believe the first SL 1200, 82, 83. Yeah. And then there was a great turntable.
You're only using DJs now, right? Because you play the videos?
Yeah, I just play. I use a controller, and I don't use turntables anymore. It's too
kind of
hard.
funny on that, though. How about it, Frank, when we got started on that?
Yeah, that's a whole nother story. So I was telling Boogie, I didn't want to flip over to computer. I always wanted, we were using CDs, and I didn't want to go with a laptop. I didn't want to use a laptop. I wanted to use either records or CD. I didn't want to use a laptop at all.
But Frank, you're missing a part that the only reason we were converting the CDs too is because a lot of the DJ booths were taking out the turntables out of the booth. So we would walk in there like, what the hell? And it was like we had a choice to either bring our own turntables or go with that program.
Yeah,
so that's why we got to the CDs.
He's right. So what we started doing was I got on the computer and I started remixing the songs and then burning my own CDs. So again, my own versions of intros, outros, and then making my own CDs and then showing up at the club. Here's what happened though. And this was, when was that, Boogie? This was got to be.
This was, was that when we were doing the boards parties?
No, this was at Legroom, right?
How about that story? But leave that alone.
Okay, so here's what happened. This dude from Italy calls me and says, I got this software and you could play video. Here's what happened. 1980, I used to play music videos in the club. But in order to play it, I had it on this giant video recorder. And you couldn't touch it. It was real primitive. The sound quality was terrible. So it sucked. But I used to play music videos in 1980 in the club. We had a hard time, and there was a bunch of equipment that came out. Boogie wound up buying these 2 DVD players with pitch control on it, but it was delayed. So everything you did was a second off.
It was really weird to learn. You had to learn it. You could learn if you learned it, you got it, but it was hard.
Yeah, everything was 1 second delay. Anything just to move the pitch control was a second later. Oh, it was terrible. This dude calls me from Italy and says, I got this new system. It plugs into a laptop, and you can play music videos
Wow.
through the CD player with time code or whatever, or you can play it through your laptop and play it out to the club. And I'm like, yeah, this can't be good. So he sends me a copy of the software. I load it on to the laptop, and I freaked out. I said, oh my God, it's over. This is going to be so easy for people to DJ. We're fucked. So I came to the club that night, and Boogie was working, and I go, you got to see this. And I played mixed videos all night long perfectly, and that was that. That was probably in
But we did Frank, we did master in the way what we were doing. I mean, it's like it took a little self-education, but like
it was
Frankie
a little
said,
bit of a process because there was
yeah.
no quick. You had
Well,
to
see,
find the right
here's the crazy
laptop.
part. You forgot the
Oh.
big part, Frank. The big part of it was, see, Frankie did the 80s video mixing. I did it in 84, 85 at Prime and Thunder with 2 VHSs that were special pitch controls built into them. And you used to have to hit switch buttons to switch screens. And
Right.
so they had like the Rock America videos back then.
Right,
The whole
right,
library. And I believe like places like Snuggery and them had all that too.
right.
So, but what happens is that Frankie and I had to go to a whole new level because when Frank seen what the hell was coming at us with the technology of video, and getting that beta test and seeing that was going to actually work for real, there we are. We're looking at LimeWire. We're still on LimeWire, remember? And we were downloading the crap out of everything we could on LimeWire.
Yeah, there was no YouTube. So what I would do is I would spend thousands of hours at home finding all the old videos, retracking all new audio to it, putting it on the computer. Now here's the funny thing, Al, is that I started doing that with that software in 99, 2000.
2000.
Okay. I'm the only DJ, one of the only maybe 2 or 3 DJs in the world that does it.
I don't know anybody else that does. You're right. I don't know anybody, and I've seen you perform live, and I'm not trying to sound like I'm kissing
none of my peers,
but you're a badass mofo when it comes to video mixing, bro.
Well, that's why I'm opening up for all these major recording artists, because the laziness of DJs that don't want to spend the time to remix and go out and spend 2 weeks to make a 2-minute video. They don't want to do it. And none of my co-partners or any of the guys from the Hot Mix 5 or B96, I'm not ripping on them, but they don't do it because they don't have the time to do it. It would take you 2 years to come up with stuff. And I get asked all the time, can I copy your hard drive? Can I have a copy of your videos? Hey, can I go over there and fuck your mother? You know what I mean? Get the fuck out of here. No, you can't have my shit. I've worked all my life to build up my files, and you just want me to hand them to you? You know what I mean?
Yeah, I mean, dude, we used to go to parties, and like Frankie did that uniquely, but I think Frankie will tell you, I really went deep into buying every video collection out there online from DJ clubs, from like specialty clubs where you had to fill out a form and prove you were really a business. And fortunately, I was always incorporated. I was actually in a corporation, so they would accept me immediately to receive their promotional products, which was also important because that's also when CSAP, ASCAP, BMI were attacking the nightclubs looking for guys playing videos or any music and then find them. And that's how I ended up getting more video gigs too, and Frankie, with safety for the clubs, because we were registered under Mixmasters, and if in the event they came in, we had a promotional product that was being bought legally and played legally through that system, then things changed. But Frankie, yeah, when he was going, he had that niche always of remixes. But then, man, there's nobody that could touch us. And I think even now, for years, on the collection we built, nobody. I mean, nobody at all.
No.
Yeah.
Yeah. Because I'll go back to, you know, the 30s and 40s and start remixing those songs with dance beats of today. So
Oh, that sound amazing.
yeah, so I'll take what were we talking about that Boogie? We were talking about here's what we were talking about with Nandi. Here, when you go see laziness is part of it. And I'm not ripping on my peers, and I'm not ripping on the guys from the Hot Mix 5 or the guys from B96, but here's where most of the guys drop the ball. I mean, Julian's still out there pumping hard, so you know he's doing his thing, and that's great. But what some of the other guys didn't do was they never embraced all this new technology that's out there and incorporated all their originality with the new technology. If they just would have embraced it, they'd be millionaires today. But they were so fucking lazy.
Well, we took the brunt of it because, and almost, I don't want to say last laugh because nobody's laughing, but Frank and I were called the cheesy DJs for a long time. They would say we were cheesy because we were just playing videos, but we weren't just playing them, we were mixing them, and we weren't keeping it real. You know, especially the underground house club guys. You know, the underground house club guys, they used to like challenge like us and our old school credentials, and they would be like, yeah, they're sellouts, they're playing CDs when that happened. And then when we went video, they totally went all out on us, like, oh, you guys are cheesy because we're playing every club that, you know, if it was Britney, but we weren't playing the Britney radio version, we were playing a remix, you know.
It doesn't really matter though, because if I wanted to play Rick Springfield, Jesse's Girl, and if in the middle of the night, if I wanted to drop down and play that fucking song and have the whole crowd singing Jesse's Girl or the theme from the Brady Bunch or whatever the hell I fucking felt like playing, they could see it, they can hear it, and nobody else could do that. And then me and Boogie took a lot of shit DJing like that because we were not cool. We were not, you know, we were called cheesy DJs. But you know what? You know, we were working 5-6 days a week, and they weren't.
That's a fact. That was I was going to get to next. We were working 6-7 days a week, and we were giving work to our good friends that we could rely on most of the time. and
you know what? You want to know what else too? Those big DJs that would come into Chicago, like DJ AM and Tiesto and
PM, DJ AM, PM, you know.
Paul Oakenfeld and Dead Mouse and all those guys, when they would come in the early 2000s, Benny Benassi, Calvin Harris, or not Calvin Harris, he wasn't around, David Guetta. You know, when these guys would all come around, they would play their music, and they had all great music, and they were really good DJs. And then they would break down and play Jesse's Girl.
Or Outfield,
Journey.
or
Journey.
Yeah,
Outfield, or Don't Stop Believing, or Guns N' Roses, Sweet Child of Mine, in the middle of their set, and the place.
And even Motown stuff too, like Motown stuff. And me and Frankie looked at. Oh, I remember when DJ AM played Dolly Parton 9 to 5, and like all these like club clubbers were dancing like they were dancing to Calvin Harris or David Guetta, and I'm like, I was like, no way, and I had to like tell Frankie, and I think I recorded it, and I showed him. I said, dude, we get crap for playing anything close to this, but look at all these people acting like this was like the next best show EDM record at that time, but we would get crap for it.
That's crazy.
You know,
Well,
but
and well, so that's why when I get to play with these bands, or even when I work in the club, I'm not afraid to play a crazy song if I feel like it's necessary. And sometimes I could have the floor so packed, and I'll just stop and play Neil Diamond or whatever. I don't know. You know, it's whatever I feel like doing. And then they all go nuts and jump up and down and sing, and then we go right back in the house music. So yeah, you have to be like that. It is a party, you know. It's not so serious. There's no book. There's no playbook. It should be every DJ should be different than the other guy, but they're not. They all play the same shit, same 10 songs, and that's what the people want, and they're happy. They just don't know any better, and fuck it. So that's why I like being on the road, you know, because nobody knows you, and you go out there, and no matter what you do, they're partying and having a good time. So it's a lot of fun. And it's actually a lot of fun to show up at a place that you've never worked before, like last night, and have 400 people in the room, and they didn't want to go home at 1:30 in the morning because they're having such a good fucking time. And that's cool too, you know. And that really happens in the club. Like in the clubs I work at, it doesn't happen that much. Because people are coming to the club. Yeah, they're coming in with their phones out, you know, going, are you going to play Bad Bunny? Are you going to play, you know, play it? You know what I mean? You're like, oh, God, are you kidding me? Really? Serious?
Google it. Google it.
Google it. Can't you
Google
download
it?
Download it. I don't argue with people, you know what I mean? I think that once if you're really grooving and you're doing a good gig, nobody asks for requests. They don't even come up because they don't care. They're having fun. The only time people don't like the music is when they're not having fun.
Well,
yeah,
I guess now it's kind of hard for any of these new DJs to have fun because you got to have 3 to 5 DJs at a place now, or it ain't cool.
Yeah, you're fucked.
Mine really says you're opening up that Blue Oyster.
Yeah, Blue Oyster Bar is a good place. Yeah.
Da, 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 da.
Yeah, da, 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 da. I've actually, when I was working with the Foo Fighters, I played that one night. That video I played when they walk into the club and they look around and in Police Academy.
Great movie.
And oh, that's a fantastic movie. Dun, 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 dun. And people all started dancing. There was like 30,000 people at the stadium at Alpine Valley, and they all started dancing to the. That's actually called El Bimbo, is the name of that song. And they all started dancing and having fun because it's fun.
Love that.
It's fun.
Yeah, but I mean, you're hearing that from a guy like Frankie that would be in any nightclub setting and right in the middle of anywhere. What does he throw in? Blues Brothers, Shake a Tail Feather.
That's a good story with that song. So I'm playing at the hottest. I'm playing one time at the New Music Seminar where they used to have these seminars where all the DJs would come in from around the world. So I was playing at this place called Better Days, and Better Days was one of the best bars to work at in New York City. Great sound, great lighting, great club, and it was about 70% gay. And they were a little bit worried about having me DJ there because I don't know why. So they just was like, you know. There's not a lot of girls that come in here, and we know that when you work, you like to do all this weird shit. And these guys are pretty much just into the music, so try to be more straightforward with the music and not get too crazy. And I'm like, yeah, okay, fine. So I'm spinning, and it's packed.
Tell us why, Frankie.
And
you know why.
I had a few cocktails, and I broke right in the Blues Brothers, "Shake Your Tail Feather," and these people were almost going to kill me. They were like, "What the fuck is he playing?" Within seconds, they were all dancing. And I went right back into crazy music. But you got to do something to break up the night a little bit and have fun.
Well, Frankie gave me a good trick back in when I was at Prime and Tender. I was pissed off one night because as radio DJs, we used to get promos for Wahoo. And I would be excited when I get a promo. I just knew that was going to be a hit, just knew it. And I remember man, I think it was by a group, Fast Forward. Anyways, I threw this song on. Huh? Well, anyways, I threw it on in the middle of a hot night. Everybody dancing, and they got off the damn floor, and I'm like, what the hell did they just do to me? And I'm like, all right. So I had to go to a record that's going to get them back on. I think I played Pump Up the Jam, and by Technotronic to get them back on. And then I remember what Frankie told me. He says, Kerry, one of the most shitty records you could find. Just have it for those moments. And I had it. And I went and I found the Partridge Family album. And you also told me the Saturday Night Fever album, right? A couple songs off there, like Open Sesame or something.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, but I threw on the Partridge Family, one of their songs, which was, what do they have? And everybody
I love you.
Yeah, right. And then they all got off. You said I love you.
I don't know how.
You said I wish we know the words. So I throw it on. All the people get off the floor looking at me crazy. I get on the mic because we're those kind of bold kind of guys. I say, hey. I says, you guys, what I said? I said, you guys, what the hell was it? What'd you tell me to say, Frank? I just kind of well, you told me to just basically tease the crowd, like, hey, if you're going to do me like that, I'm going to do you like this.
Right.
And I said, so the next record I throw on, if you don't get on, I'm going to find another one off of this great album.
Yeah.
So I threw on another song I was trying to just test, and he started getting on. And honestly, I think it was Crystal Waters. And they started getting on, and I gave it a thumbs up. I'm like, okay, this is working all right now. And after that night, I always would pull those fucking Saturday Night Fever out. And I used to just sometimes leave the booth and go to the bar and get a drink and let two songs play behind each other without mixing. Just
right.
And it goes to the next song, and then I come back on the mic. So, everybody ready to get on the floor again? Yeah.
Yeah, you got to have no fear. And that'll make you a better DJ.
Yeah. There goes Al trying to DJ.
So what was your favorite song of, let's say, Al, when you were coming up and spinning, what was your go-to song? Did you have a go-to song?
Diamond Girl, right? What was it? What was your song, Al? What was it?
I did. Kenny Jam and Jason, can you feel it? Now, Kenny Jam and Jason.
Can you dance?
Oh man, the name of the song was. You're putting me on the spot here now. Shit.
Can you dance?
Hold on. I got it. instrumental song that Kenny put out.
Dun, dun,
What the hell's the
dun,
name of
dun,
it?
dun, 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 dun. That's Can
You
You
know what I'm
Dance?
talking about.
Isn't that it, Frank?
Well, that would be the
Oh
song
my
you
God,
would
getting old,
play
guys.
if there's no one on the, or if there's nobody dancing.
Yeah, Can
that
You
was
Dance?
the song you would pull out.
Is that the name of it?
Can you
Yeah.
Yeah,
dance?
Can You Dance?
Yeah.
Yeah. That was my go-to song.
Hey, and tonight we're in bed with Frankie.
Oh, I am. I'm in pain, man. But
Good. No.
no. I mean, I can't. That's if it worked
Yeah,
for
Can You
you, good
Dance?
for you.
Like Kenny Jam and Jason.
That. So if there's no one on the dance floor, if you put that on, they all dance. That's what I'm saying. What was the song that you knew, no matter when you
Yeah,
played
because
it?
for me it was easy to blend into something else.
Okay.
Yeah, that was easy for me to blend into something else.
It's kind of weird because that was a loud record, though, to blend in.
All right,
Yeah,
Boogie, what was yours?
Painkillers.
What was yours? If no one was dancing, what would you put on and get the floor packed?
Well, I mean, that's like a 5-part question because when I first started, situation, don't you want me?
It would bring people to the floor for
I mean,
me. I used to mix up. Also, I just thought of another.
Okay, let's go today. Today.
Do you remember the cabin on the second?
Wait. 2000.
Oh, dude, I got one, Frankie. All time, anytime, everywhere, anytime, anywhere.
No matter where you're at today.
Earth, Wind, and Fire, September.
I agree.
Hold on.
You can never go wrong.
I haven't done this
in
how many years?
It doesn't matter. Let's say you need 5 songs. That you're only going to have 5 songs, and you got to have the floor packed for 5 songs. And listen, it's 2021. You're walking into a room, you don't know anybody. What are you going to play? Earth, Wind, Fire is a good one. That's always a good song.
So yeah, September, you can't lose with that anywhere.
No.
Now, rock, you do more of the rock parties. Do they go for it there too, Frank? September?
Yes. And here's another one.
My song
that rock. Here's another one. White, black, Latin, rock, it doesn't matter. It'll always pack the floor, and that's the Danzig Kudo song. That song, pack any floor, anywhere.
You know what? I think Pump Up the Jam would too.
Nah, Pump Up the Jam's too weird.
All right, so we got Earth, Wind, and Fire, September. We got Danzig Kudo.
And there's another Spanish song that would pack the floor no matter where you're at.
That's Suavemente.
Suavemente, they would pack the floor.
Should I with Can You Dance?
Stop.
Well, no. See, I'm old school house, and I'm gonna say.
All right, old school house. Go ahead. Can You Dance?
Nobody knows that record all the way
I'm
around.
gonna do. You used to hold Rafi Rosario.
All right.
Nah. I wouldn't go to that. If it was a house site, as much as I love Fast Eddie and turn up the bass and everything else. As much as I like Fast Eddie, Yo-Yo Get Funky and everything else, I mean, it'd probably be something like Percolator or something.
Well, let's just say
you know what song is also. I think it's Native Love.
Native Love's a good song.
Angel Eyes. Lime, Angel Eyes.
I'm gonna not say Angel Eyes. I'll say Babe, We're Gonna Love Tonight. Dun, 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 dun.
Peter says, follow me. Follow me doesn't work everywhere.
Can You Dance?
Why are you stuck on this Can You Dance, dude? Everybody ain't into that.
Yeah, they do. You used
to hold
Rafi Rosario. Gacho Dance Forever.
Ralphie doesn't even like Used to
Native
Hold
Love.
Me.
Why not?
They're just not the go-tos. We're like, oh man, I got to get on the floor for that right now. That's what we're saying. Like when they hear it, they could be talking, drinking, and all of a sudden their head turns like, I got to go dance. And I'll go with September, not just because I said it.
Ooh, what
September, Wind and Fire.
would be Welcome to My Groove?
Nah. How are you going to pull that in any crowd,
Unexpected
Al?
Lovers.
Al, what if you're at a wedding, Al, and it's not an old school party? It's just a wedding with a bunch of old people. What are you gonna play?
Yeah, that's a good one.
Show Me Love, Peter said. That ain't a bad one. Finally, that's another one, but yeah, but I mean, dude, we're talking about you got let's just call it out like it is. You got black people, white people, brown people, whatever, all in that same wedding party or whatever we're at. What are you gonna throw in?
That's a jam.
So
I played that when it first came out.
see, I was saying that the other day to Frankie, I Will Survive. But I guess that wouldn't go too good in a biker party. Oh no, DJ Daz is saying Our Darkness. That's too hard, dude. See,
Which one is he saying?
Our Darkness and Clark. Like, come on, dude.
That's a great song, but no, that's not.
But dude, you can't throw that in everywhere. Harder now, harder now.
You're in a room that you don't know anybody, and you got to pack the floor. What's the song you're going to put on?
Well, today, well, I mean, yeah, to get today and yesterday, I don't know. You can do Calvin Harris.
I don't know. I'd have to think about that one. I think I only did a handful of weddings when I was.
Calvin Harris. What song?
Or is it David Guetta, I'm thinking?
What the fuck song you going to play by him?
At that point, I would go to Earth, Wind, and Fire.
Maybe Don't Stop to Get Enough? I don't know.
Don't stop till you get enough. Well, what didn't we have to talk about that? What Michael Jackson record would be? And you were saying no to all the ones I told you.
I'd have to think about it.
See, because Billie Jean, everybody knows that, but it isn't a pumping song. But it's not a pumping song. I get it.
It's not a bad song.
PYT. No, that isn't. Better one would be Let the Music Play by Shannon.
Wow.
I don't know. Bizarre Love Triangle.
That's good.
You know what? I would have to default to whatever. That's a good one.
Ralphie said that song called Hey, Who Grabbed My Ass?
See, Ralphie's a lonely guy.
Bro, there's no way that we could have physically grabbed your ass from where we're at right now. Dad said All Night Passion.
Kevin, I don't think I do.
Once again, that doesn't cross all the borders. Blurred Lines.
That could work. That's a bullshit song, but everybody knows it. It could pack a floor.
I don't. Here's a good one. Good
Right.
one for a wedding.
What? Naomi might have one there.
And hers. Yes, it is. It's Kevin Harris.
That's the one I was talking about.
That's
a good one.
You know what? You know what song could work?
What would you
Push
play,
It by
Frankie?
Salt. I don't know. Push It by Salt and Pepper would work.
Yeah, but that's a short one too.
So Mix a Lot.
Yeah, I was just gonna say, there you go. Sir Mix-a-Lot. Everybody gets in the act. Yeah, so we got September, Sir Mix-a-Lot, Dan Zacuzzo,
Suavemente. Maybe Barry White. Can't get enough of your love.
Yeah, but
Promises by
once
Kevin.
again, it's not pumping. Nah. And we have Blurred Lines.
Promise Time by Joe.
Blurred Lines could work. No.
Frankie.
Hey, Frank, you need to get out of the house, man. Al, you got to get out of the hood, bro. You can take him out of the hood, but you can't take the hood out of Al. Uh-oh, Al got the booty call. So, Frank, we're going to let Frank take care of his sciatic nerve problem.
What time is it?
It's 11:12. What time's your paper route?
Midnight.
Pop motherfucker in the head.
Al's over there on YouTube. Al's on YouTube. See, that's why you're going slow, Al, because
Frankie's in pain.
you're delayed because you're surfing the net. I was trying to figure that out.
Somebody said White Horse.
No, that's what I said. That
No, I
wasn't a
didn't
bad
get
pick,
that.
actually.
What
Yeah, White Horse is that's kind of like I get asked by different people on that one. Hey Frank, DJ Daz wants Daz Vadi wants to see you inside a hot tub.
Uh,
11:15. It's early compared to last time.
yeah, I'm just in a little bit of pain. In about 5 more minutes, I got to cut out.
Yeah, we understand that. Out of control. Who in the hell wants to play out of control? I'm glad we had this time together.
No,
to laugh and tell a joke.
my Apple.
Hey Frank, let me ask you a question, Frank.
No, that's on my phone. And it's no, it's iTunes. I was on my iTunes on Apple.
Okay.
Oh.
Well, everybody, we appreciate you watching, hanging out with us. We were just a little bored, got on. And anything you can email Frank to his messenger and bother him on there all morning. He'll be waiting for your messages. And Al will be out there protecting everybody.
Totally.
And then we'll play catch with everybody again.
Out of control.
And Frank's pills are kicking in, even though he doesn't take pills.
Actually, they are. All right, guys. God bless. Al, we'll go smoke next week.
The Smoky. You hear him out?
I said, Al, we'll go smoke next week, huh? You can't hear me?
He's on that delay.
All right. Well, I got to go.
All right, Frank. All right, Al. All right, everybody. Have a great night and a safe night out there and a great night's sleep and morning. And if you're in the other pond, good day to you. And hope they catch everybody. Frankie Holly signing off. Al, thanks a lot for coming on and just chatting with us, Al. And there you go. Thanks, Al. Stay in the mix, my brother.
Hey, brother.
Frankie's good. And this is Boogeyman once again saying stay in the mix. Thanks a lot for checking in. And we will catch up with you all later. And, stay healthy and enjoy the rest of the week. And thanks again for coming in and checking us out on Mixmania TV. Good night.